everybody. It's Mary Jo from Mary Jo's Creations. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi friends. If you're returning, thank y'all so much for coming back. It means the world to me. Now, today, it is a late start for me right now, and honestly, I haven't crocheted a single thing all day. It is, I think, like 4:50. I'm very tired. Honestly, I have not been feeling too well. I've just been in a lot of pain, and it's the fibromyalgia, it's the weather, I can't really do anything about that. Unfortunately, the weather is what it is. I can't change it. I'm looking for my hook, which apparently I can't find. Give me 1 second. Okay. Again, I haven't really been feeling too well, so these last few days have been really slow for me. I'm just trying to, I had stuff to do around the house yesterday. So yesterday I really didn't do, honestly, much of anything. I did end up putting together some of my blankets. Some of the squares that were done, I was able to sit down for a little while and do that. But other than that, I didn't really do much crocheting at all yesterday because I was just not feeling well. It's gloomy. It's been raining on and off all day, and I just haven't been feeling too hot. But I do have to get some work done. So I was offered to put a few bags and, maybe a few other things like keychains and stuff in my friend's shop. Now, he did want them themed because it is a smoke shop. So he wanted things that would have like marijuana leaves on them. So I said, sure, why not? So we are going to do a few bags. I did make one already, and he did like that, just not in white. I have a few bags that I'm making now. I think I'm going to make like 2 bigger size bags. They're going to be granny square bags. So I think I'm going to make like 2 of the bigger size, maybe 3. I'm not sure yet. Because I'm also going to make, I think I'm going to do 2 in like these colors, right? I was going to use these colors for something else, but we have more than enough yarn. I have some squares done already. Hold on, I'll get them and show you. All right, so these were the squares that I was going to use for that cardigan, right? But now, for this square, this is the only... this was the last of its yarn. So there's only 1 square, and I didn't know what to do with it. And then when he asked me if I could make some bags, because he does like the bags that I make, and that, to put them in the shop, I was like, this will look nice, right? Where we can do side by, like, we'll have one side one color and one side the other color. And this is an 8 round square. So this will be nice for a bag. And then we're going to do another one to match with this one, right? So that's 2 bags in this. And then I also want to make bags in the thicker yarn, which is, wow, you could tell that I'm not, that I'm tired, right? For the love of Christmas, loops and threads. There you go. So for loops and threads, I think I want to make one bag this size, maybe 2 bags in like a different color, maybe like a nice gray. I think I have enough yarn to do 2 gray squares. And more like light summer colors. I do have blue. I could make one in blue, but I think that's in loops. I don't know whether I should do it in loops and threads. There's a few things I want to try, right? Okay, so let's talk this out. There's a few things that I want to try. I want to try and, you know, see what is best for these bags, right? Because the materials differ and they count, right? So I already have these squares done. And the only reason I'm trying to do this one is because, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe, well, I wanted to have one in solid colors instead of just having one in the, you know, 2 different tones. But I also want to make them a little bit smaller and make them, let me see, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5 rounds. I'm thinking the bigger bag, 6 rounds, maybe. I got to count the one that I did, and I'll go get that in a little bit. But I think that's what we're going to go for today. And from now until the rest of the night, try to see what size bags, what material is best, you know, or have just a bunch of different ones. And I'm not going to take a massive amount, right? It's just going to be a few here and there, like just a few. And maybe like, because I'm also doing keychains with a weed leaf on it. So, you know, have like about 10 keychains in different colors, you know. I already have some in green. I have 2 in cotton, and I have 2 in acrylic. And we're going to see which ones look best. We're just going to take a bunch of them and see what sells and what doesn't. And if they do sell, hopefully, then we'll see what sells and that's what we'll make. So I just want to have a few options, you know. And I'm not going to make the bags in cotton, I don't think. Although I might make 1 or 2 in cotton. Make the squares in cotton. We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. But I would like to get a bunch of these bags done before the end of the week, so that I can take them to the shop and he can put them on display. And just take it slow and see what happens from there, you know. So I'm working on that now. And I'm almost done with this side. That's why I wanted to finish this. Like I said, I'm going to work on these squares and see where I want to take it. Now talking to you, I think what I'm going to do is go into my yarn room and pick out some colors that I want to bring in here. And we are just going to make squares today. And, you know, I think that we can get quite a few squares done today and maybe even have time to put one of them together, right, of each material, because I know it's kind of late, but I'm more of a night afternoon person than I am of a morning person, especially, you know, because of everything that goes on. I do function better at night, so I don't know. We'll see what happens, but that's what we're doing for today. And this video, because I started it so late, might go from today and tomorrow. But I have to take just a few minutes, and I will be right back. Okay, hey guys. It is a little bit late. I really, honestly, was not feeling good today. I did crochet a little bit. All right. I finished this square here. So now we have two sets for this size bag in this acrylic yarn. Now, I've been thinking, and again, honestly, today has been like a kind of a rough day. And I haven't been able to do much for too long because it's just been bad. But I also did sit down. I timed myself on one of these squares. One of these squares takes me a little bit over 18 minutes, give or take. Depending on how good my hands are working, anywhere between 18 to 20 minutes for this square. I made 2 squares in this color. So this is a different brand. And this one came out a little bit thicker because the yarn is thicker, right? So we're going to do 2 in this. We already have those 2 done. I want to do at least 1 in this yarn for this bigger size. I would like to have 5 of these. Maybe, like, I don't know. I'm shooting for 5 in different colors and different yarn weights. Now, I am doing, I have one last square here. This might be my last square for the night. I'm not sure, but I'm not feeling too hot. So I might, and it is kind of late already, so I might just take it down, but I wanted to finish this square because I want to see what the difference is, right? If there is a big difference in the sizes, because of the different yarn brands, right? Because they're all 4-weight. But we know that there are some 4-weights that are thinner than others. Like the green ones are made with big twist. This right here is mainstay. I just wanted to see how it would look. Now this one we're going to do a small size, not a big one. This is normally what I use for my double-stranded bags because it gives it more structure. I just wanted to see how it would look and how it would turn out. I would like to do at least 1 bag in every yarn brand that I have. Now, I do have some Premier yarn from the Dollar Tree, and I was thinking, I don't know, those skeins are kind of small, right? So I'm not sure how many squares that'll give me. But maybe I can do, 1 bag in that yarn. And know the thicknesses between them, right? So this should be 6 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. This is 6 rounds, and actually, I'm trying to do it a different way right now and see how that looks. A different way of joining instead of like, doing it and pulling it like I do with these, and where you get that like little bump in the side. These I did not do that. These I joined a different way. If I could, oh, I cut it off. And I'm not, is it here? I think it might be right here, but you really, I'm sure it's right here. But honestly, you can't really tell. But anyway, let's cut this off. I need a nice tail to weave in, because we do want to make sure that it, stays, right? All right. So we'll weave this in a little bit, not right now. But here we go. Now, oh, actually, you know what? We have to weave this in because I want to compare the sizes between the yarn, right? So now with this one, the reason why I wanted to try it this way is because you know, I can't even think straight, guys, honestly. The reason why I wanted to try it this way is because sometimes I have a hard time trying to get in that stitch, and I think that doing it this way, I don't even know if I'm doing it right, to be honest with you. This way seems to be better. Now, we are going to, crochet over this, so it's not a big deal because we are attaching these two together. So I'm not afraid of it coming apart. And again, it is going to be covered. So I'm okay with that. I just want to make sure it's easier to crochet into it when it's like that than when it's, a knot. So we're just trying to figure that out. And I just want to show you. So I think that I'm done for the night, honestly. I don't know if you could hear it in my voice, but I really am tired. And again, I'm really not feeling that well. I'm just in a lot of pain. It's been raining on and off all day, and I can feel it. And honestly, it has not been a fun day. But the bright side is that I got to make some squares at least. It wasn't a total bust, right? Because at least I got 4 squares out of it. I finished this one. Finished this one. That's one. And then I did this one and this one. So that's 2. And these are 5. I'm sorry, 6. Now, and I finished this one. Now, let's see. This is the same amount of stitches. It's all the same. 6 rounds and 6 rounds. When you put them together, this one is slightly bigger. And that's because the yarn is slightly thicker. This yarn is slightly thicker than this yarn. Now, this gives it a more like fuzzy kind of look, like fluffy kind of look, and this is a more like stiff kind of look. And again, it is slightly smaller, but just not by much, just a little bit. But I don't know if I like it, but we are going to make at least one bag, right? Maybe this one. This might be the only time I use this yarn, because when I use this yarn to make the other bags, right, I mix it with either this yarn or this yarn. So it doesn't, like, it's a little more fluffy than this. Like, it's not as rough. I mean, this isn't really rough. If I had to give it like a softness check, to me, these two are like a 9. Because I have felt softer, but they're like a 9 to me. This one is probably like a 7 or an 8. It's not hard on my hands, and my hands at this moment are a little rough. So it's not catching or anything. It's very soft. It's soft enough. But on its own like this, like, I don't know, it looks kind of thin. We're going to leave it because someone might love it. So we are going to make another one, just not right now. Like I said, I'm just very, like, tired. But I wanted to show you what I did today, and I think that's a lot. Now, what I was also thinking of making, along with the keychains and the bags, I will show you what I'm making the keychains, and I am going to, I don't know if I'm going to sew it onto the bag. I might actually just add it onto the bag as a charm, maybe, on some of the bags. Like a bag charm. Or I might sew it directly onto the bag. I don't know yet. Honestly, it might be whatever my hands can take. You know, sewing for me, I'm not used to sewing onto bags, so it might not be the easiest thing for me. But if I do sew it, it'll be before I put the squares together, because that will be the easiest way to put it on here, will be to do it when the squares are separate. So we're going to figure that out. We might even do a combination, and on one bag we might sew it on, and on the other bag we might hang it on. And I was also wanting to do a few earpod pouches, like this one here, which I absolutely adore. I use it all the time, and it's attached to my bag because I do use it all the time. And I normally don't let it hang out. Like, I always tuck it into my bag. It's out because I had pulled out my headphones, but I do use it all the time. I made my friend, my best friend, one of those. Actually, I believe it was in this yarn, in Loosen Threads. I made her one of these, but for headphones, and she loves it. She loves it, and she's using it, and, you know, I also put a hook on it, and, you know, that way she can attach it to her bag on the inside, and she won't lose the case, if she wants to do that. But I think I'm also going to do a few of those, and either attach them to the bags or leave them separate. Obviously, headphones attached to the bag would probably not be a great idea, because those are kind of bigger. Because for the headphones, like the regular fold headphones, like the Beats and stuff, I need 5 rounds. For the earbuds, that's only 3 rounds, I believe. Yeah, this is 3 rounds. For the headphones, I did 5 rounds, and they were perfect. So I'm going to do a few of those too. And hopefully we can, you know, finish this tomorrow. Do some of those keychains tomorrow, and see if, like, I don't know if I want to take whatever I have right now, once it's finished, and take it over to the shop, or if I want to wait till I have at least a couple of everything and take it over to the shop all at once. Like I said, I would like to have at least 5 of this size, or maybe we could start off with 3. I'm not sure. I do want to make a different color besides this color. Now this is, you know, one of each, so that's not bad. I have one solid of this. Maybe make like, I don't want to do another green. Maybe make like, I think I have yellow left from the cardigans that I can do, like a pale yellow, I think there was left. I could do the yellow and, maybe 3 of these. That would be 6 bags, like the smaller size. And then do like an earbud and the ear pods and the headphone. And the keychains, I also wanted to do like 10 of them in different colors. I do have some in cotton. Honestly, I don't like doing the leaves in cotton. My hands right now are not in great, they're very stiff and very hard for me to move. So the cotton was a little bit rough on my hands. But I like the way they look in the loops and threads, which is thicker, and they look nice in that. So we might do some more keychains, and I also have a lighter green, so I wanted to do a darker green and a lighter green. I did speak to my friend today, and he likes the idea of the keychains, because I did actually give him one. And he likes the keychains, and, you know, the only thing I didn't ask him about was the earpod holders and the headphone earpod case and the headphone case. But I'm pretty sure that he's not going to mind. He will put that, you know, up, and that's going to be fine. You know, and so we can do a few of those. And I do want to get all of it done before the end of the week, which again is not a lot, because these don't take me very long. This, like I said, this size takes me about, this took me about 20 minutes, a square, right? And this one takes me about half an hour, a square. And the other two are smaller, so they're not going to take a lot of time. You know, and like, honestly, the more I touch this, the more I don't want to use it. I can always use this for something else. I mean, it is for a bag. We'll leave it. This is going to be the only one that we're going to do in Mainstay, for this style of bag. Because, again, if I'm going to use acrylic, I like that acrylic. Although this acrylic is probably sturdier. We'll see which ones. And that's the whole point also of doing different kinds. Because we'll see what goes and, you know, what people gravitate to more, I guess. I would like to do it in cotton. However, number one, at this very moment, my hands are not very, it's harder when I have a stiffer material and doing certain stitches. Also, I don't know, I have very little green. I don't know if the cotton yarn, and that's like, honestly, that's the main reason. I don't know if I have enough cotton yarn to make a bag, because the only colors I really have are variegated, and I don't want to add that leaf on something that's variegated that doesn't go very well. You know what I mean? I'm trying to pick colors, and that's also why I want to do some with the leaf hanging from it, because maybe someone might want it where they can remove it. But I don't know what colors I have in cotton. I might try to make some in cotton, but not right now. I'm going to get these bags done, and, maybe like during the weekend I could do one in cotton, and I did too many. Wow, okay. I'm doing a square, not a pentagon. My hands don't want to work right. It's the fibromyalgia. But that's I'm done for today. Seriously, I'm done. We'll finish this square up tomorrow. This is the only bag I'm going to do in this yarn. Like I said, I would like to do at least one more bag in this yarn. At the most, maybe two. And do at least, I want to have the same amount. I was thinking originally 5 and 5, right? So I can have 10 bags, and 5 and 5 of the earbud holders and the headphone cases, right? So 5 and 5. So I think that's doable tomorrow. Like I said, we can do these. Hopefully I'm feeling better tomorrow and my hands will be working right. And if they do, maybe I can make a few more. I only sat down a little bit at a time today, which wasn't a lot. And I'm not feeling well if I don't even have the strength to crochet. But again, we did some progress. We did 4 squares. We finished. We have 2 sides for 2 squares. We have 1 small bag ready to go, just needs to be put together. And we have another one. And tomorrow, we will figure out what is going to happen next. So, I'll just see you then, guys. Hey, guys. I know it's late. Well, it is late. It is Thursday, I believe it's the 7th. Today, I really haven't been feeling well. But I have been crocheting a little bit, not a lot, because again, I haven't been feeling well. I did end up lying down because I was in a lot of pain earlier, and I ended up taking a nap, which is very rare for me. And I don't do well with naps. Normally, if I nap, that means that my body really is, like, not good. This weather has been really bothering me, It's been cold, and like today, I think it was like yesterday, I think it was 80. At night, it was in the 50s. Today, I went outside for just a little bit, but it was kind of chilly. I didn't check the weather, but the temperature. I didn't leave the house because I just wasn't feeling well. And I tried to crochet earlier. I was able to finish the second brown square. Last night I did one. This morning I was able to finish the other one. And this afternoon, I was able to finish the bag itself. I'll show it to you in a second. Now, I was thinking, I think I'm going to do like 2 of the smaller bags. I have 2 of the medium bags done in different colors. And I was going to do another one, but then I decided that, if you've watched me like for a while, I know I've always said that I like to make bags in cotton. Because cotton is a little more sturdy, and also, it doesn't stretch as much. But, I don't have a lot of cotton left, and I thought I would try doing kind of like a little like mesh pouch, like a granny square bag, but a little bit different style. Kind of like not a market bag, but just like one of those like pouch bags. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do the straps on this, but I'm going to kind of like this style. I don't know if you guys watch Passionate Kelsey. Now, granted, I don't know what the pattern is. I haven't seen the pattern. I'm just going by the way I see her make the bag and taking that concept and that idea and trying to figure it out. Now, if it comes out nice, then I'll try and do it in cotton. But another reason I'm doing them in the acrylic is that my hands are not doing too good right now. So for me to try and make a bag in cotton, cotton is a little harder. I tried doing some leaves in cotton, and which I did one earlier, and my hands are just not having it. So I'm going to try and do a bag. And honestly, anything smaller than a 6mm right now is really like, I can barely hold it. So I'm going to show you what this bag looks like right now. I'm doing I think I'm going to start going upward, and I think I figured out how to do that. So I'm going to start doing that, I think, after this round. I think I'm going to do maybe 9 rounds. No, wait, how many do I have? Right now, I'm working on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th round. So maybe we can do 8 rounds. I mean, let's see what it, well, duh, we have one right there, but this is actually thicker, acrylic. So it's going to be thicker than that. Now, I also did choose an acrylic that's a little bit more solid than I think that my brain is not functioning right today. The Big Twist is a lot softer and thinner. This is the Loops and Threads Soft Classic, and it is a little bit more ropey, but it's still soft, but it's more of like a thicker rope style yarn. kind of like the way like Mainstay and Red Heart is, but it's softer. But it also is like, it does have a stretch to it, but it's also like a thicker rope-like yarn. So I decided to use this one because I think this one might be better. It might not stretch as much as the other yarn. And I wouldn't suggest putting anything too heavy in it, but we'll see what it looks like, right? Now, maybe I should have done the bottom a little more solid. I'm not sure. But we're going to trust the process and see how this goes. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this tonight. This video is supposed to go up tomorrow. Now, what I did today was I did edit the first part of this video, which I filmed yesterday. But, you know, today's just been a rough day. This whole week has been rough. These last couple of weeks have been rough. You know, normally by now the weather is a little bit better, so it just, I guess it is what it is. But we're just going to keep going. I'm going to finish this round, and we're going to take a look and see how it looks. And, you know, these bags, they're not made like to throw change in, or what do you call that, keys or anything like that, because, well, unless you have like, you know, a lot of keys like I do, the keys might poke through the hole. But if you have like keys where you have like big keychains, that'll fit in here and it won't fall out. But I was thinking of maybe like putting on a little hook on the bag so that way you can clip your keys onto it. And, you know, this is more to like stick your wallet, your phone, whatever else you might have. You know what I mean? Like, that's what this is going to be. Now, again, I would like to make it in cotton. However, I don't believe my hands could handle that at the moment. So we're going to make just a cute little bag. And we're going to see how it goes. Now, tomorrow, I think what I'm going to work on is closing up all of these bags. I did do one because I wanted to see how it would look. And I did a small one. I think it came out cute. I'm going to show it to you in just a few minutes. I'm almost done with this. And I think that tomorrow I'm going to work on probably finishing this bag because I doubt I'm going to finish it tonight. I was scared that the nap that I took earlier was, you know, I wasn't going to be able to sleep. But honestly, I just feel like I can go to sleep in a little bit. My body feels very tired. So I really do want to finish, like, just want to figure out how to start making it go up. And, you know, these are just cute bags for the summer. They're not like, you know, meant to throw change in or anything like that. Again, I would really like to make them in cotton, but today is just not the day. We might make some in cotton in the future. But right now I like the way these colors are coming out. You see that? What I might start to do now, I'm going to start to go up, because I think 9, is this 9 rounds I said? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Now, should I do, no, 9 I think might be too much for now. We'll just do the 8. But I'll show you. I did do this one here. Just a cute little bag. The strap is not long, right? It's just like, I tend to like making my straps long, but I didn't do it on this one. We're going to see what we're going to do with this one. And then we have this one to connect. And then we have, I don't know where the other 2 squares. Oh, they're over there. And then we have these 2 squares. I don't know if I'm going to do the other 2 sage ones, or if I should do a different color altogether. I will figure that out tomorrow. We're not doing that today. Right now, like I said, my only concern is going to see if I can figure out how to make this bag go upward. And I know some of you might be saying, well, you can just go look up the pattern. I don't have the mental capacity for that. I know that for some of you, doing that is easier. For me, it's actually not. And it's easier for me to just figure out how to do it than it is for me to go look for the pattern and try to understand the pattern. I know my brain works weird, but I think I got it. And we are just going to see how it works. Now, I'm going to go work on this. And I think I got it. Now, all I did is, like, I just, in the corner, just put 1. Now, I'm not really going to know how it's going to go until I go around a second time and try to figure that out. But that is what we're doing here. Now, again, I've never seen any pattern for any style of bag this way, so I don't know if I'm doing it the way that they do it, but I am going to be doing it this way just because that's what my brain makes sense to my brain. And if I figure something else out, then I'll let you know. But we're going to go all the way around. And like I said, I'm going to work on this. Probably I'm going to be doing this for just a little bit longer. Not much. Because I actually have been sitting here. I was sitting here for, well, no, I think I turned on the camera when I sat down this time. I did work on this. Like I said, I have been working throughout the day, just very small little, stretches of time. Nothing like I normally do because my body just can't handle it. So, and isn't that something though? When you know you have things, or you know, when there's things that you have to do or things that you want to get done, that's when, like, your whole body says, no, you're not doing that. And, like, when you have so much work that you need to get done, it's just like that's when your body wants to shut down. So I've been working on this. It just hasn't been a lot, just half an hour here, half an hour there. One of these squares takes me like, I think the 6 round squares take me about half an hour a square. So I did the blue part first, right? And then I took a little bit of a break. And then I decided I was going to do the whole thing in blue because I was going to do it one like this. And then I decided that, I wanted at least 3 different styles of bags to take with me. And so I decided that I wanted to make one like this. And we're going to see how long this one takes me to put together, or to make, actually, because this is going to be done all in one piece. And I don't know how, I have no idea how I'm going to do the handles right now. But guess what? We're going to figure that out together. Maybe not in this vlog, but we will figure that out together. Because like I said, I might just finish this round and one more round, and that might be it for the night, because I've only been sitting here for 18 minutes, and everything is already saying no more. So I just want to finish this round here, which I'm almost done. Now I think the good thing about this is that, now it's just going up. So it's not getting any wider. It's just going up. So I think that it's going to maybe be a lot faster. I don't know. But we're going to see. And while everything is telling me to do this in cotton, especially when I have cotton sitting right here, we're just going to try it out this time in acrylic and see how it works. And then we might do some in cotton and see how that works. But here we go. Okay. So, yeah, it is curving up, right? Actually, it should be this way, because this would be the inside. This is the outside. And, okay, so it's working up like a square. So we're going to try and figure out how to do this now. I have to go around one more time now, because like I said, I made it go up, right? And honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. So we are, as always, going to figure it out together. And like I said, I might just do one more round. I might not even do that. But I actually do need to take a few minutes. And if I do anything else, I'll let you see. But as of today, the only thing I was able to do was that second square and putting the bag together, doing the strap, which kind of looks like mint chocolate. Oh, wow. I'm coming up around the first corner now, and we're going to see how that's going to look. Honestly have no idea what I'm doing, but we're figuring it out together. Hopefully it'll look nice. Now, like I said, I probably should be doing this in cotton, but I think acrylic is going to work just fine right now. And we are going to see how this goes. Okay. That's interesting. All right. Well, we'll see how it goes, but I will catch up with you in just a little bit. Hi, guys. Good morning. It is the next morning, and I did do a little more work last night. I was able to get it this way. I don't want to pull out. I should have put a stitch marker just so that my yarn doesn't come out. I was able to get this much done, and everything's falling, because of course it is. So this is what I've got so far. I do want to make it a little bit taller, because like that's really the bottom, right? Like the gray. So right now we only have about 5 rows up. So this is what it looks like so far. And what we were able to do, I did make a square, because I was going to make another one of these, but I decided not to. I think I want to have 2 in this size, 2 in this size, and maybe, like, depending on how this one comes out, this shouldn't take me much longer to make. Maybe 2 like this in different colors. I'm not quite sure yet. I do want to see how much I can get done today, but that is going to be for another video. What I'm going to use this for is going to be an a headphone case. So I'm going to have, make another one of these, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 rounds. So I'm going to turn this one into a headphone case. And, you know, we're going to have a few of those and a few of the earbud cases. But that's it for this video. It's actually supposed to go up today. It is Friday. I'm sorry about, you know, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to, you know, hopefully it'll get better soon. But we will continue this in the next video. All right. So thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for watching. And I hope you liked the video. If you did, you can hit that subscribe button. It's free. Doesn't cost you a thing. And you can hit the like button if you like the video. That helps me out a lot. And I do have an Instagram and Facebook page and Threads. It's in the description box, I believe. But I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And we will see what happens to these bags in the next vlog. Stay creative, guys. Keep creating. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.